Hello friends, thank you for coming back to watch another monthly budget video. This is my second month doing this. This is the November 2017 budget. If you're interested in watching this, then just stay tuned. As usual, I look at my complete monthly budget and then I see that I get paid 3 times that month. So I kind of have an idea of what I'm going to be, having to use. And then I also go on the next month to see if I need to pay anything that might be due before I get paid in the following month. Budget. This is kind of what you have to do for the YouTube channel, for the community, because I want to show you guys how to budget. So I pre-wrote most of my income and expenses on a scratch sheet of paper so that I wouldn't have to go back and forth on my notebook. So right now I'm gonna list all my incomes for the month, and that is, I get paid 3 times, which is 2 normal paychecks, 1 commission check, and 1 side hustle check. If you guys don't know, I have a little social media marketing side job where I get paid $25 an hour. So I make a little bit of money extra a month. And so of course my income is different from yours. What you would have to do is the same concept though. You would write down all your income on the right hand side or left hand side, whatever you guys prefer. Just add it all up and have that total written so you can have an idea of what's actually coming in, and then I'm actually gonna do now what's outgoing. And so now what I'm gonna do and what you would have to do is actually list all of your monthly bills, including the credit card payments, the car payment, utility bills, rent, all that stuff. Here I'm just listing my personal expenses. I usually just go based off my calendar. So I have my storage unit, I have PayPal, I have Bank of America, Springleaf, I have Spotify, I have my dog's medication and insurance. Also, don't worry so much on the order of how you list all your debts. Just make sure to include all of them. I just go based off my calendar and when they're due. But it doesn't really matter how you list them, just as long as you list every single bill and expense in detail so that you can actually follow this zero-based budget. And so here I'm listing Capital One payoff, because I'm actually going to pay off my Capital One card this month. It's actually my first ever credit card that I had, so I'm very excited about paying it off. I had already done the math where I know that I have enough money to pay this card off and have a little bit of money left over. So you don't have to necessarily do this step. I just did it because I know I was going to pay for it and I had enough money. Obviously, if something happens, I won't be able to pay for it. But this is what I'm estimating that's going to happen in November. I don't know if I mentioned this, but what I'm doing is pretty much a zero-based budget where I'm assigning every dollar a name. And so I know where all my money is coming and where it's going, if that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. Otherwise, just drop a comment or a question on my Instagram or whatever. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. Just, throwing that in there. All right, so I'm actually going to separate what I actually make cash clips for because there are certain categories where I tend to go over my budget. So I withdraw the money and actually just use cash for these items. And I like stained my planner, but it's cool. Planning on probably buying my favorite pen. I think it's the Ink Joy gel pen or something, the 0.7. I'll mention it in my description box. But so what I'm listing here is my $150 beauty budget, and that's for like waxing, my nails, my hair, whatever it is, that is my budget. I also have my grocery / food budget, which is $350 a month. I have a $70 monthly cash envelope. I do it every 2 weeks where I take out the money, gas, and of course blow money, which is the money that I use to spend on whatever I want, judgment free. And so my total income is $3,250. My total outgoing, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sorry, I didn't even do the math, and I'm using my phone to record, so I had a little epic fail moment. So I'm just kind of like preparing all the totals and spaces for, the final step of this budget. So I'm going to add all these up, and then the bottom two, add them all up. And so when I add the top and the bottom, usually I separate the totals, but I couldn't do the math, and I had just done the total math on the scratch sheet of paper. So I end up getting, from adding those two up, I get $3,015 is what my outgoing expenses are. And so what I actually have left over is $235, which would be applied to either your starter emergency fund, to your debt snowball, which is what I'm using it for. I'm going to use it for my next debt. You guys can use it for sinking funds, to pay a bill that you guys are behind in. It's pretty much up to you. What are you going to use it for of that extra money? But if you guys do your budget, you should be able to have money left over. Otherwise, you do need to cut the spending in some areas. And so now I'm kind of just working on the final finishing touches, kind of just make it look cute. Again, all of this is just extra stuff that I like to do to make the planner look more fluffy. Is it fluffy? I guess it's fluffier. Just the kind of little pizzazz in it. So I'm looking for maybe a heart sticker or something. Maybe some arrow to show how much money I actually have left over for the month. But, this is pretty much it. I hope you guys were able to see what I did. Obviously, as time goes on, I'm going to probably invest in a better camera. But if any of you guys want to start a YouTube channel, this is all from I'm using my iPhone 7 Plus camera and a little $20 tripod that I got from Amazon to record this video. So, you can make videos on a budget, and I'm using iMovie to edit this and a voiceover. So this is the final product. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram.